Everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 128, and last episode we started working on this awesome little coral cave base here that we're going to be living in for the next few episodes as we try and grow up our whole new little underwater city here that we're working on. I think it's going to be super fun. You can see we got a little enchanting table back here. We got some gold barrels or whatever we want to call them. We got some storage area back here, crafting table, our bed. And then we got off to this side, we got a little bit of a furnace room. Thank you everybody for the awesome ideas for things we can add to this base. And I'm thinking we want to go ahead and start off by moving out through that area. But before we get to that, I want to ask you guys something. Next episode, I want to start building up a statue for one of these conduits. So as you guys can see, we have this crazy underwater vision right now. We have our breath bar is not going down at all. It's because of these lovely guys over here. We got 4 of them dotted around our big ocean monument guardian farm over here. And I would love to start getting some sort of design built up around these guys to make them look super cool. So if you guys have any ideas for that or any place I can go find some inspiration, be sure to let me know because I'm not really too sure about where to go for that guy. Anyways, like I said though, we're going to be working on this area over here. I would love to start finishing up building this whole thing out into a coral face. Like just this big coral ledge reef structure over here. And it's perfect timing because while you guys are seeing this video, I'm actually sitting on a beach over in Kauai. And I'm going to be having so much fun snorkeling around, looking at all the tropical fishies. And I think when we come back from that, we're going to be having a great time here. Oh, I broke this out already. That's nice. Anyways, when we get back, I feel like we're going to be having a great time building up a bunch of cool aquatic things because I'm going to have so much inspiration from swimming around over there in the waves, playing around and everything. So if you guys have any favorite tropical getaways that you went to for a vacation with your family or anything like that, I'd love to see some pictures as well. So be sure to leave those down in the description because I love looking at that type of stuff. Anyways, I want to start by kind of hollowing this area out down in here. And then we can go ahead and add in all the water and everything like that. We want to start with making these walls just pure stone. I was thinking it'd be kind of fun. Sorry about Coda whining in the background so much, guys. I don't know what got into him recently. Every time I start recording, he's like, I need to sing the song of my people. He might be whining here for a little bit, guys. Let me go ahead and dig this area out for a while. Take him out to use the restroom, and I'll be back with you guys when we have some room to work further down this guy. So I'll be back in a little while. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So after Coda rudely interrupted us previously, I want to talk to you guys about a little bit about what the plan is for here. So we got the cave kind of filled in with water here, general design laid out with our sandy floor and everything, going along the lines of what we have going on out here for the most part. Anyways, beyond that, what I wanted to do with these little extra cave sections that we're doing is create little mini farms on the sides. I know we don't do a whole lot of survival-based stuff. We mostly just do like Minecraft building in here. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to create like a mini cactus farm over here in case we ever need something while we're working in the area. This will be like a really slow one. It'll produce some stuff up. So that's what that guy's kind of lined up for. I'm really not a fan of that the hoppers kind of have that to them. I wish you could waterlog a hopper. That would be really nice. Anyways though, beyond that, what we want to be doing down in this place is turning it into another little coral cavern. So we have this guy down here, which is looking really sweet as far as the coral cavern bits go. And I want to kind of replicate that and go a little bit more extreme and almost go bucket up a few fishies and bring them over there. And then we can do a little bit of cool stuff with them, like as throw a few tropical fish in there and hopefully they won't swim out because, you know, it'll be a little bit of a smaller area in here. But anyways, I want to go ahead and go back and grab some soul sand and place maybe one like right around here. And then I was thinking because we're going to just kind of have the stuff over there for the cactus farm, we won't ever really need to go into there besides accessing the chest, so we can make that side a little bit more bubbly. Maybe we do one right here. These bubbles can kind of help hide everything that's going on back there. And then for the last one, just to finish it off, let's go and throw one like right there. I think that's pretty good. So now that we got all of that stuff dealt with as far as where we want our bubble columns to go, we need to go ahead and throw in some dead coral in here to kind of help this feel like a coral cave because you wouldn't have only live coral. Like coral grows on top of its own like dead brethrens, I guess you could say. So we want to go ahead and throw a bunch of these guys in here, just kind of mix them up and mix in. Oop, that's going to be a little difficult with the bubbles. We might want to have done the bubbles last, but it's okay. But yeah, so we want to go ahead and fill in a lot of these guys like this, just place a bunch of the different types of coral around, just kind of randomly. And then it'll create a really cool busy feel to the whole area. That's kind of the goal in here, is to make this area feel super busy and super lush and organic and all that stuff. I'm not doing anything to there yet because that's how I'm getting kind of back into this area right now we'll go build the farm here in a second. But you can see we got this general stuff going on in here. We got bam, bam, bam. That's pretty good for those. And then what if we bring in some of that dead horn? This is the yellow coral, I believe, is the dead horn coral, which would be pretty cool to mess with. We are basically that. Come on, go down. That corner right there where that stone brick is, that's stone block that's not fully on the outside, it's not flush with the wall. I don't know how you'd actually say that. My mind is going blank right now. I think I'm going insane, guys. But that is actually to the outside. That is to the outsides. And there's not really any farther we can go without terraforming more along the outside of this place, which is fine. Like, we can do that if we want to. But for now, I'm thinking we're just going to kind of leave it as is. So I think this probably here is pretty good for the detail we want for all those guys. I think that's looking pretty solid. We got a bunch of stuff up in here. Encoder's starting to whine. Again, I don't know what it is, guys. Just this video. He just does not want to let me do anything. Let me see what we can get on the inventory bar here. Okay, so before we go any farther here, we want to go ahead and get our actual like big coral blocks in, and then we can bring the other guys in as little accents and things like that. So I wanted to kind of go ahead. I was thinking like one of these red guys right here. I think we might actually go ahead and get rid of you and do a red guy and then a red guy. So they're kind of going in like this line across there. I think it'll be cool to make it look more like structures instead of just spammy little bits of coral here and there. So we do the yellow one. I was thinking the yellow one could look kind of cool just going up a wall. So we can go something like that. I think that guy kind of looks cool with its design going in like an upward or downward pattern. Beyond that, the bubble coral I feel like looks great in like a blob. Kind of just something like this almost. No, that's too much. What if we get rid of that guy? Ooh, okay. I like that a lot better. So we're kind of using these in little blobs. I feel like the blue also would work in a blob, but I don't really know where we can do it in here unless we go ahead and actually kind of cover up this. But I was thinking like that would be pretty cool. So you kind of swim in here. You got this big open area and you see all these big corals, kind of like one of each one going around. And then we can go ahead and bring in the little fans and everything. So let me organize my inventory here again real fast. Okay, so we're back. We got everything on our hotbar here, including some bone meal so we can grow some stuff up. But I was thinking we go ahead and kind of on these guys, we start throwing in, dotting in these fans all over the place. I love the fans when they're on the base itself, just so we can get some extra coral bits here, some extra color. I love how large those ones are. But yeah, we want to go ahead and make it look really, really colorful using all these guys. These ones I feel like are better being a little bit more spammy and kind of diverse and really all over the place. Man, I don't know what's in Dakota right now. He does not want to let me record. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's being really, really noisy. But yeah, so we got all this stuff in here. You can kind of see that all coming in. I figure we could go ahead and place a few along the bottom here just to make it super colorful. I know it's supposed to be like a cactus farm over there, but I'm really very much for... I heard Pixel was talking about it a while ago on one of his videos, and he was like, you know what, guys? Everybody makes all their farms. If they make a cactus farm, they make it look like a giant cactus, like Bumbo cactoni, or they make it look like a giant green skyscraper. Totally haven't done that one before. Or they just make it look like some giant thing that represents the green of the cactus. And what I want to do in this cave here is very much make it all a really cool coral cave, all super cool underwater pathways going all over the place to whatever we're going to be building down here. And then from that, we just kind of let that symbolize the cave and kind of, we don't really pick and choose what we want each area to be. We just kind of build and just let it go. And I think that's going to make it turn out really, really cool over here. So I wanted to throw a few last little bits of seagrass in here. And then we also got some kelp that I think would look really, really cool if we kind of have a few of them kind of growing up all over the place like that. And then, can you place it on top of soul sand? You cannot. Okay, that's good to know. What if we did one like right here? And then we kind of bring this guy up like that. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of hiding the chest. It makes it look more like a sunken treasure chest in like a little aquarium or something, like a little fish tank that you might have in your in your bedroom growing up. I feel like that's really awesome. Okay, sweet. I really like this. Okay, this is looking awesome. It's very busy, but that's exactly what I wanted. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of work done on the actual farm in there, and I'll come back with you guys once that's done. All right, guys, welcome back. So I was going to initially stack like 4 cactus on top of each other, but that literally across the board right there is just that's the roof. That's the ocean right there, so we don't want to go any higher. But right now, everything is flowing in here towards the center, and we can test this guy. You can throw a sand right over there, and you can see it does get picked up by the hoppers, and you go from that side, and you can see it gets picked up again. So we are pretty much good to go with this guy right now, and I want to see if there's a way that we can get out right through here. Can we use the swimming? Oh, yep, we can. Perfect. Okay, so we got out through the swimming thingy right there, and can we place the glass back? We can. Perfect. So our cactus farm is fully functional now, and we got a few resources back in the bag right there, so you can see the collection all working up great, and I think that looks really cool from back here. Just that open concept of a farm back in that area. I think that's looking really freaking awesome. The next guy I wanted to go ahead and tackle is we need some sort of a food farm down here. We don't have any source of food in this area, so we need to go ahead and get one. And I figured we're doing the underwater ocean base, so we might as well do what everybody else is doing, and let's get a bunch of kelp. So we can go ahead and make just a big old square area for a bunch of kelp to go inside. And luckily I've been growing up a good chunk of the stuff right out here, so we can go ahead and just break out a few of these guys. These weren't going to stay anyways. These are just here for me to collect some kelp. Well, we're out here and I just kind of randomly placed them around. So we can go ahead and do bam and bam, and that's getting all of them up there to the surface. And we got a nice little dolphin. Let's see, he's going to give us a little boost. Ooh, we got so much speed. I can't decide if I like the dolphin stuff for like going long distances, but it's so poorly optimized, like loading and things, that I feel like I'm lagging more than it's actually helping me move faster. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like 1.13 is a little under optimized, and I'm very, very happy to hear that Optifine Alpha is out and everything like that, so we got some hope coming in for that soon. Let me grab up all this stuff, guys, and I'll be back down into the caves and we can work on that guy. All right, welcome back. We got a little over a stack and a half here, or 2.5 stacks, sorry, of kelp, so we're pretty much good to go. We got this little cave entrance going out right here, which is looking really cool and really, really awesome. And I was thinking, for this guy, we could go ahead and build something going off of, do we want to do it in here? Like outside of like right through there, maybe? Make it so you have to like swim through. That'd be kind of cool, but I feel like that'd be a little hard to get to. So we got that one there. We can go ahead. We got this area over here, but you know, now that I think about it, what if we just went out here and kind of went down a little bit? So we can go ahead and move you, rotate this guy over to that block, and then we can go ahead and break this open here and kind of have this open and up into like another little coral cavey area that we could go ahead and work on here. So guys, let me go ahead and clear this area out here, and I'll be back with you and we can start decorating it up. I decided to go with a little bit of a different idea here for this cave, guys. So instead of like all these ones where you kind of just enter in a little room and then it's full of life and things, I decided for this guy, we're going down. We are going way, way deep down, and I thought this one was going to be so cool. So we kind of have the sand here falling off the edge, coming all the way down and kind of piling up down here at the base. Then I want to, through this wall, we're going to have where our our kelp farm is going to be on this side in here, and I thought it'd be really cool, and that's very, very dark, not being in the water. I thought it'd be a cool way of kind of symbolizing that the cave is full of kelp or whatever, or yeah, kelp, because that's what we're going to be growing in here. By having a really tall, long, skinny, light blue stained glass pillar. So something just like that. So once you can see on the inside that all the kelp's grown, you can kind of go in there. Well, actually, no, because we have to manually harvest this thing unless we want to make a way to do it automatically. And I don't redstone. For now, we're going to do that, and we'll figure out, maybe we'll have like a button over here or something where you can pull that back and walk in. And because you know me and my redstone doors, I'm great at them. So we'll see how that goes. I'll come up with that design later. Anyways, for now, what we're going to be focusing on is detailing up the walls of this place. So I want to have it make it look like all the corals kind of go in this big spiral pattern going all the way down. But before we start that, we got to go ahead and get our andesite and all of our dead coral things here in the wall so we can start detailing it out and adding all this extra bits to it. So what I'm doing right here, I want to bring you guys for this stage this time, because last time I kind of did this one and skipped out on you guys. So I want to go ahead and show you guys this part of the whole journey to create this thing. So we're going to be bringing in a bunch of andesite in here and then doing all this stuff, and that should be plenty for the andesite at least. I'm thinking for the andesite we want to do a lot more coral. A lot of the wall space on this one I feel like is going to be filled up with the end goal I have in my head right now. I feel like the wall space is going to be pretty full. It's going to be very, very full of stuff. Okay, so after that, we got all of our dead corals in here that we can kind of start just splattering around all over the place. We got a bunch of them, so we got plenty of things to work with. We didn't use the dead brain coral very much in the last place, so I want to kind of use that a little bit more in here so we can have just those extra little bits of detail going on. Let me go ahead and get all this dead coral in, guys, and I'll be back with you. All right, so our cave here is actually looking really, really sweet so far. I'm really, really happy with this one. I decided to bring out roughen up the edges a little bit by bringing some of that dead coral out, kind of for how we're going to be structuring all of this coral here. So I want to start with is kind of showing you guys the general idea that I was thinking of here. So we're going to do something kind of like these guys. right? Where it's just looking like it's flowing and really creating like a circle shape where we're diving down in between all these super colorful layers of coral. And we're not going to do like layers per se of like a different color in each point or something, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to really just start messing with all of this and just doing things like this and just trying to roughen them up here a little bit here and there just to get those extra little bits of detail in all over the place. Let me see if I can grab some slabs and throw one in right there. And of course we need to get a bucket full of water and do bam, perfect, cool, there we go. So you can see general ideas like this. It's gonna look pretty cool in the end, I hope, because I want to start bringing in certain things kind of like this guy right here. We can have that one kind of snaking up all over the place right there. And I was thinking we could do another little yellow one kind of down here, because like I was talking about earlier, I like having the yellow ones going up and down. I think it looks a little bit better for them. And then we can go ahead and almost have like a red one kind of wrapping over the top of where our viewing area is going to be. Sorry, loud truck coming by through the streets. But just having a red one kind of wrapping around through that thing, I think is going to really help kind of sell the idea down here of the corals really taking over this cave. And then I was thinking for one last one, we don't really have a brain coral in here quite yet. So we can probably go ahead and just kind of have one of these guys going right through here. And you can see it's filled up really quickly, really fast. And I think now that we can go ahead and just start throwing in a bunch of these little tiny pieces, like maybe something like that'll work for another red guy. And then we got just the purple one on this side. I would love to mix that up. And we got the yellow one there, red one there, and the blue one's right across. So what if we do another blue one right across from that purple one and kind of have something kind of snaking up right like there? I think that's, I don't really like that because that's all even. Yeah, that could work. I like that a lot better. Okay, cool, perfect. I like this one a lot, guys. So we got all those guys in here. Now what we want to come in here and do is we want to start with some seagrass probably. Get our little coral fans on our bars here so we can start doing some work with these guys. And am I missing one? There we go. Got it. Cool. So we got all of this stuff in here. And what if we go ahead and get rid of our shovel and get our bone meal down here? Do little bits of seagrass kind of like that growing all up over the place here. So we can do like some coral fans like right in here and really trying to sell this whole atmosphere. I think it's going to turn a Ooh, I got rid of that seagrass, but that fan can stay there. That's fine. I guess we'll just bone meal that and do that guy. That works perfect. Okay, so what we want to do though is we want to go ahead and bring in a bunch of little bits of color and everything throughout this area. This is how we're really going to sell this project, sell this part of the cave here at least. So before it gets too long for you guys, let me go ahead and just get a bunch of these fans in here, get this place detailed out, and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, our cave is now totally in place and finished up. This guy's looking super awesome. I know this episode is getting very long at this point, so I just want to show you guys this thing as we're floating down to the base here. Let me go ahead and clear out some area over there. I'll get some kelp planted in there and we'll make it look all cool, and then I think we'll end this episode off from there. But yeah, let me go ahead and do that and I'll be back with you. Finally, everything is in place, guys. We got this awesome little cave here ready to go. We can go all the way down here, and then I decided for an entrance into the sky, we're just going to swim through a kelp to access our kelp farm. So it's just a 5x7 area that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks tall. I think that's more than enough kelp than we will ever need as far as food-wise goes. I did throw a bunch of good old like dead coral things throughout this area, which that brings me to what we're going to actually finish this episode on. I know we're going to finish it up after there, but I ended up going and editing up the rest of the footage. We're only at 17 minutes until now, so you know we're good to go. We do need some way to get some more coral. So as you can see, we have some obsidian in our inventory right now, and I was thinking it'd be pretty great if we literally just threw a nether portal right here, because we have this nice little area right here that's basically ready for one, ready to go. And we can just go ahead and throw in one of those little cheeky nether portals that just kind of fills the area and kind of is partially hidden away using Yappa's good old new obsidian texture here, which I actually kind of like this one over the old one. I know it's pretty controversial, but anyways, we got this guy here at negative 3,400, negative 1,088. And then we got to go ahead and figure out where this is going to link up to. Actually, I want to jump through this and let's see if it actually links to our previous portal, because that would be really nice. And it does. It does link up to our old Guardian Farm portal. So let's go ahead and break this one. We can come in through here, break this portal down, and that should let us actually go ahead and sync up with the last guy. So let's go ahead and do this guy here real fast. We can just, for now, we'll just go ahead and break this guy. So that breaks the whole portal there, and it's raining a little bit. So let's see if we can't get out of here before we lag too much here, because, you know, rain plus YouTube plus no Optifine, very sad day. I think our entrance, yeah, there's our entrance. We got all that bright coral coming in. So if we could finish this guy up and it still links up correctly and doesn't recreate that portal, that would be really, really awesome. If it does, whatever, we'll just move it down that hallway another like 5 or 6 blocks and we'll be pretty much good to go on this. And I can just do that one after. But I just want to double check and make sure this guy's working here. Let's see, we're getting into the Nether now. And we got that, we're in here, and then let's see where this guy takes us. Right through there is the way back to the old Nether hub, or the main Nether hub, I guess you could call it. And let's see, and it does recreate this one. Okay, no, we created a new one right next to it. Okay, well I got some free obsidian. Let me go ahead and get this guy all linked up correctly, guys, and I will be back with you in just a sec. So we need to go north with that portal. And welcome back, everybody. We finally have a synced up Nether portal, which is all good news. We're ready to go. I only had to move it like 6 blocks down the way, which is really nice. So that guy's all set up, ready to go, and he links up right over to here into this area, which is great, which means our survival underwater base, I think, is fully complete now. We got everything in here we could possibly need. We got a food source, we got a crafting table, we got some storage, we got some good old enchanting areas over here, we got a bed, we got a good old cactus farm in case you ever need to dye anything up. We got some furnaces, and we got a food source down here, like I'd already mentioned, of all of our kelp. And I think this was really cool. I had a lot of fun kind of doing this little mini project. Now, I think it's going to be time, unless you guys have other ideas for what we can include into this area, I think it's going to be time we break out from the cave and focus on this area a little bit. I'm thinking next episode we'll probably come here and work on the coral reef face or something like that along there. I know we said we were going to do a conduit statue, but I had to put that guy on hold seeing as I went to Hawaii, where I'm still there right now, so woohoo! But yeah, this is just going to take me a little bit longer, a little bit more planning and things like that, where these guys over here are much more just kind of like, let's go and do it, let's place some blocks down and make it happen type thing. So yeah, I think in the meantime, in between this episode and next episode, I am going to go ahead and set up another portal going up to the coral forest or whatever it's called, the underwater coral biome. Just so that we can get some decent way and decent efficiently way of collecting coral and things like that to make this project a heck of a lot easier. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you on the flip side.